Second, we have done a poem by Subramania Bharati, Bharat or Land, and then we started with the new chapter that was the pot maker. This is, and we have completed already 2 lectures from the chapter the pot maker. Today, I am going to begin with the 3rd lecture on the same topic, the story the pot maker, by Tensula Ao, a lady, author, poet, and English teacher from Naga tribe, Ao. So, let's begin. Be ready with your books and copies and pen and pencils to note down the meanings and whatever question, answers and exercise we used to do along with the chapter. Okay, जो हम करेंगे साथ में उसके साथ कराते जाएंगे आपको. अपना कॉपी किताब खोल के रेडी रहिए. चलिए, लेट्स बिगिन. अब शुरू करते हैं. द स्टोरी द पॉट मेकर. द पॉट मेकर. By Tensula Ao. Lecture number 3rd. Lecture number 3rd. Okay. So till now we have studied that Scintilla was very much curious to learn the art of pot making, but her mother was not willing to teach her because it was very tedious and a very low profitable job. But she kept on wandering in the village from one place to another, watching the other pot makers making this, the pots. So, because she was very curious and observant regarding pot making, very soon it became the gossip of the town, and people noticed it that her parents were not teaching her pot making, and she was just trying to observe other pot makers. So, a village council sent a summon to her father, Scintilla's father, Mesoba, and it was discussed at the village council that Scintilla must be taught pot making by her mother because it was not a symbol of tradition. Tradition था वहाँ का village का, and she must be taught pot making. Despite it was a low earning job and along with being tedious. So finally her father assured the council that very soon when she gets strong, because she was not well, when she gets strong, her mother would definitely teach her the art of pot making. And then we did some questions on the topic. Okay, let's begin. Second part, 3rd lecture from the book. The following year, Arella took Scintilla to river bank where the grey and red clay was found. So, the very next year, Arella, the mother of Scintilla, took her to the river bank to get the red and grey clay from there for making the pot. This was a basic requirement. She taught Scintilla how to dig the clay with a dao. Now, what is a dao? So, dao is basically an instrument used to dig. A digging instrument. Dao. So, she taught Scintilla how to dig the clay with the help of dao. Then load it on a carrying basket. Then she also taught her how to load that clay behind her back in the carrying basket and soak it in the trough. Trough means container. Trough means container. And soak it. Soak means to put into a liquid for some time, no? Soak means to put into a liquid for some time. And soak it in a trough in the workshed before stuffing. Workshed. Workshed means workplace. In a workshed before stuffing it into the bamboo cylinder. Means she taught her to dig the clay and then put it into the basket behind, hung behind the back, and then how to soak it into a trough of water to make the clay soften or to let the liquid absorb into that clay to get it become more pulpy or pulpy ho jaye wo. Then how to put it into the bamboo cylinder. Then after that, stuffing it into the bamboo cylinder and in the right proportion to pound it. Then to finally to pound it. Pound means to beat it. To beat it repeatedly in a repeated manner, to beat it, to make it soften. Scintilla was quick learner and turned the clay into malleable dough. Malleable dough means soft mixture. Soft mixture. Okay. Malleable dough means soft mixture. But when she tried her hand, so she was a quick learner, very soon she learned how to turn the clay into a malleable dough, into a soft mixture. Make for utilizing it to make the clay utensils. But when she tried her hand at the shaping of the lump into a pot, then what happened? She could not even hold the lump of dough properly. So till here, it was all okay. She did all the hard work. She dug the clay, carried it on her back in the basket to the work shed, and then she also managed to soak the clay into water and then putting the right proportion of clay into the bamboo cylinder and then beating it into a soft mixture. Till here she managed. But while trying to shaping that lump of clay into a pot, that was difficult for her. She could not do that. She could not even hold a lump of dough properly. Means that lump of clay, she could not even hold it properly. The mother simply sat in a corner and watched the girl try again and again. And on the other hand, her mother Arella, she was sitting in a corner and watching her daughter getting failed and then again trying again and again to shape that lump into a pot. While Scintilla hung her head in shame. Now, hung her head in shame, which means felt embarrassed. She felt embarrassed because she was unable to make the pot. So she felt very embarrassed. Who? Scintilla. And frustration. Frustration means disappointment. Keep on writing meanings. Frustration means disappointment. My dear students, keep on writing and noting down everything, because it and keep on liking and sharing the channel YCT Times, Youth Competition Times, Class 9th and CBSE. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share the channel, because it really provides a lot of motivation and boost up to me as well as my team, who's working very hard behind the curtain. So keep on liking and subscribing the channel, and also be attentive. If you means if any topic is left which you could, or any video is left which you could not see, or any class which you could not attend, then you feel free to go to the YouTube channel YCT Time, Youth Competition Times YCT channel, and class 9, 10 CBSE, and you will find out over there all the videos line by line in proper order on all the topics, right from chapter 1 till here, and that process will go on. Continue, that process will be continued. Okay, so let's be attentive once again. So she felt frustrated and embarrassed because she was unable to turn that lump into a clay utensil. Arella took over the job and transformed the lump into a beautiful pot. Then finally, Arella, her mother, comes and she transformed that lump into a very beautiful top. Why? Because she was very skilled pot maker. Arella, her mother was skilled pot maker. She was a very skilled pot maker. Arella, the mother. These sessions continued for almost a year. Means the entire year passed, and the sessions kept on continuing. Means every day, Centilla used to go with her mother, getting the clay dug from the river bank, and then soaking it into a trough of water, then beating into cylinders, making soft, and then trying to make the trying to make the pot out of lump of clay, softened clay. So it went on, but the entire passed, and she could not make it. She could not learn. Basically, the mother, Arella, she wanted to make her daughter realize that it was not a very easy task. What she said was true. It was not a piece of cake. इतना आसान काम नहीं था pot making सीखना. And that's what had been proved within a year, because in one complete year, Arella failed completely to do so. These sessions continued for almost a year, but Scintilla was unable to learn anything from her mother. Means the entire year passed, and Scintilla, because the mother was also not soft. She was also egoistic, that despite telling, advising and instructing her daughter, but there was no change in her. She insisted on learning the pot making. Then she thought that let her learn. Let us see that how she learns. Means she was not soft and you can say and motivating towards her daughter to make her learn the pot making. But she used to just watch. She used to give her the lump of clay and just watch how she makes. Then she used to come and make the pot on her own without encouraging her, without motivating her, without helping her to shape that lump into a perfect pot. The next year, when Scintilla matured means fully grown up. So next year, when Scintilla got matured means fully grown up, according to a custom, there was a custom in the village. What custom? She was sent to stay for some nights in a middle age, the girls' dormitories, supervised by a kind middle-aged woman whom the girls called Anula or auntie. So the very next year when she got matured, according to the custom of the village, she was sent to live in a hostel, to live in a girls' dormitory. Dormitory means large rooms with many beds in a hostel. Okay. So large rooms with many beds in a hostel. So she was sent there to live for some time under supervision of a middle-aged woman. Middle-aged मतलब जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं अधेड़ उम्र की lady. Means between 50 to 60 years of age. A widow lady, whom they used to call Anula or auntie. She had heard of the discord in Scintilla's family. Sorry. Discord. Discord means conflict. Conflict. So she had heard about that conflict, about that argument, about that unrest in Scintilla's family regarding the matter of teaching her the pot making. So she was very much aware about that. That Scintilla wanted to learn the art of pot making, but the mother did not want to teach her. And at the same time, a year had passed, but she could not learn anything. And now finally she had come over there to spend some time over there as a matured girl, as a custom of a village, under the supervision of that lady Anula. So Anula, who was Anula? Anula or auntie, a middle-aged widow and supervisor of the dormitories. So Anula, auntie, she had heard of the discord in the family and resolved to help. Resolved. Resolved means determined. Determined or decided. Resolve also means sorted out something. something got resolved, like the matter got resolved, sorted out. But here it means different because the situation is different. So she decided to help the girl in a very possible way. One evening, when everyone except Scintilla went to attend a musical evening. One evening, when all the other girls went to attend the musical evening as a matter of recreation to relax themselves, means to spend some time there, Scintilla was there. Scintilla did not go. Anula saw her taking out some clay and the implements. Implements means tools, and taking out some clay from the basket quietly. She watched Scintilla's clumsy efforts to make a pot and noticed that Scintilla was too tense. Clumsy. Clumsy efforts. Clumsy means unskilled or awkward. Or we can also write down desperate efforts. Desperate. Clumsy or awkward efforts to make the pot and notice that Scintilla was too tense. Tense here, not grammar or tense. Tense here means upset or annoyed. So, when other girls went to attend the musical evening, so this was Scintilla's dedication that instead of going there, she decided to try another time, try her hand to get perfect in the art of pot making. And Anula was watching from far away that she very desperately tried to make a pot with the implements or tools, but when she failed with the clumsy or awkward efforts because her mother did not teach her anything. And when she failed, she used to become upset. She used to become tense. And this Auntie Anula was watching very clearly. As a result, the clay seemed unable to or willing to yield the right shape. To yield the right shape. Yield means to take. Yield the right shape into take the right shape. So he was very tense because the clay could not take the right shape. When Scintilla barely let the miss happen, lump fall flat. Barely means tiredly. Verily means tiredly, in a very tired manner. So when Scintilla, in a very tired manner, let the miss happen. Miss happen means lump fall flat. Miss happen means unlucky. To happen unluckily. Lump fallen unluckily means she used to try to make the clay out of lump, to make the clay pot out of lump, but the lump used to fall flat when she used to roll that wheel for making the lump, turning the lump into clay pot, then that lump used to fall flat on the ground. That means happy lump fall flat on the ground. Anula went to her and said, then at that time, Anula, that auntie, went to Scintilla to console her, to comfort her, and she said to her, see what she said? Don't worry, little one. Means don't worry. I shall teach you how to make a perfect pot. Means I will teach you how to make a perfect pot. Scintilla was in how to make a perfect pot. Sorry, Scintilla was in amazement as Anula fashioned a beautiful, fashion means shaped or made. Or made. So Anula made or shaped a beautiful, amazement means full of surprise. So Anula was very much amazed. She was full of surprise that, sorry, Scintilla was full of surprise that how Anula turned the entire uh, clay lump into a beautiful top. In a beautiful pot. Because till now, Scintilla was unaware of the fact, अभी तक उसको पता नहीं था, that Anula was also a very skilled pot maker. So when she turned the clay into a beautiful lump of clay into a beautiful pot, then Scintilla fell into amazement. She was fully surprised. Scintilla took another lump of clay and with confidence she had never felt before, started the process all over again, following the instructions she had just received. So this time, Scintilla was also full of confidence because Anula was instructing her, Anula was guiding her. He was acting as an instructor, as a guide, unlike her own mother. So this time, she was confident. She took the lump of clay with confidence and tried to turn it into a pot under the instruction of Anula. She started all the process again, following her instructions. She created a beautiful pot. And finally, she also created a beautiful pot. When it was done, she sat there admiring her work. Admiring means looking with respect or appreciation. Admiring her own work. But Anula said to her, see what did Anula say? Anula said to her, the mouth of the pot is all wrong. I mean the shape of the mouth of the pot was not properly done. Scintilla looked at Anula in frustration. Frustration again, feeling upset, who smiled and said, when you work with your mother next time, watch her carefully when she is shaping the mouth of the pot. But Anula smiled and she, despite getting angry on Scintilla, she said that when Scintilla will be working with her mother next time, so she would definitely watch her mother shaping the mouth of the pot. You are a quick learner and you will do well. And Allah assured Scintilla, filled in that confidence within Scintilla by saying that she was a quick learner and she would do very well very soon. During the next, okay, I hope you all are continuing. You haven't gone anywhere else. Keep on liking, subscribing to the channel, and be ready with your books and pen and pencils to make a note of everything I am telling you. Okay. During the next pot making session, Scintilla observed how her mother held the left hand and the spatula. Now, spatula again an instrument for making pot. So, she watched her mother very carefully how Arella held the spatula in her left hand and how she slackened the rhythm. Slacken means relaxed. How she slackened the rhythm. Hmm. When fashioning the mouth of the pots. So how she used to be relaxed. She slowed down while shaping the mouth of the pot. And how a strip of elongated dough was added to the mouth. And then how a small strip of elongated means long. Strip of elongated dough. Dough means that lump of clay. How the lump of strip of clay was added to the mouth of the pot to provide it a bit of thickness to make the rim. Rim means that circular area, that mouth of the pot. Then, on a bright sunny day, Arella told Scintilla that they should try to make as many pots as they could. Then one bright sunny day, Arella, the mother of Scintilla, told her that since sun is very important for the pots because pots get dried soon. So one fine day, one sunny day, Arella told Scintilla that they were going to make as much pots as they could on that day. Okay. Otherwise, they would not have enough days of sunshine to dry them. So, in order to take the advice of the advantage of sunshine, she asked her daughter to make as much pot as they could so that they may get enough sunshine to get the pot dried. They went to the shed quite early to begin. Means in the early morning, they went to the shed under which they used to make the this soft clay soft. So they went into their workplace under the shed early in the morning, and as usually, Arella completed a batch quickly and asked Scintilla to take over. So Anila, batch means she completed the making of a batch of group of pots very soon. She completed her work very soon and asked her daughter Scintilla to take over, means to continue after her, complaining that she had a headache and a backache. Vanilla said that she had a headache. After completing her work, she said that she had a headache and a backache, means back pain, as well as head pain. So she could not work anymore. Then she asked her daughter and Scintilla to take over. She went out telling Scintilla to try and make as many pots as she could. And she told her daughter Scintilla to try and make as many pots as she could, and she was leaving because of her ill health, backache and headache. Scintilla was surprised and reluctantly began to beat the dough in perfect coordination. Reluctantly. Unwillingly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. So Scintilla was all alone now. So she was less confident this time, and in a very unwilling manner, she started beating the clay into a proper coordination to make a pot, or to make pots out of it with her left hand. Before long, she realized that the pot was ready, and very soon she realized that she could make the pot. She was able to make the pot. She started on the next one. Then after making the first pot, she started on the second one, and like a sprinter means a person who runs very fast for short distances. So just like a sprinter in a very quick manner, means the writer is trying to say that in a very quickly, just like a sprinter who had suddenly found momentum, means who suddenly found the rhythm. Momentum is driving force. Who very soon found that momentum, and she continued making a pot after a pot. Means she continued making one pot after the other with the same speed and dexterity. Dexterity. Dexterity means skill. That she had noticed in her mother's hands. So now she realized that she could make the pot in a very skilled manner, just like her mother. Finally, when she looked at her rows of pots, and when finally she looked at the batch of pots, rows of pots made by her, she saw that she had made just one short of her mother's tally. Tally means count. So when she started counting the pots, she found that she was just one pot short. She had made just one pot short of her mother in tally. So till here we'll do today. Rest will continue in the third lecture. Sorry, fourth lecture. This was the third lecture on the same topic, the pot maker. In my next lecture, I'll continue the chapter as well as the upcoming exercises based on this chapter. There are so many exercises. This chapter is full of exercises. We'll do all the exercises one by one, but you be ready with your pen, pencil and copy in case you miss the video, you miss the class. So feel free to watch the YCT channel from YouTube, where you'll, class 9 in CBSE will get all the content one by one, beginning from the chapter 1, how I taught my grammar from by Sudha Murthy, then the poem India Our Land by Subramanya Bharati, and then the videos on this topic, that is the pot maker by Temsula Au. So keep on studying, keep on liking, subscribing and sharing the channel. That's it for today. We'll meet in next video. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.